I can pinpoint the exact instant my heart froze. The wedding was just 2 weeks away. Flights had been booked, deposits paid, and everyone expected me to stand there at the altar. But as she laughed in the kitchen, phone in hand, she had no idea I was standing right behind her. She didn't know I'd seen the video. She didn't know that everything I thought I knew about her had been shredded in an instant. The video came from her bachelorette party, a secret handed to me by someone who decided I deserved the truth. I watched her on that screen, my soon-to-be wife, doing things that annihilated every memory we had built together. She wasn't drunk. She wasn't coerced. She was smiling, leading, enjoying every moment. In that moment, I didn't shout. I didn't confront her. I just set the phone down and walked out of the room, leaving her cocooned in her bubble of lies. We met in college. There was fire in her eyes, ambition in her smile. I loved that about her. She said she loved me for my steadiness, my reliability, the way I always thought 10 steps ahead. She used to tell her friends, "He's my safe place." Maybe that's why the betrayal cut so deeply. I had given her safety, and in return, she handed me a nightmare masquerading as love. The signs had been there. Whispered conversations with friends late at night. Jokes that stopped dead when I entered the room. The way she looked at me after that party. Guilty but smug, as if secrets could remain buried forever. But secrets never stay buried. Not with me. The moment the truth hit, everything shifted. I wasn't the broken fiancé anymore. I became the executioner, discovering the weapon I had in my hands. My first move was silence. I played it normal, smiled at her, kissed her cheek, chatted about honeymoon plans. She thought I was blind. She thought she had fooled me. But while she was choosing flowers, I was quietly pulling every string. I called a venue and canceled it under her name, non-refundable. I called the caterer, the photographer, the band, gone. I locked our joint account, transferred the remaining balance into a separate one she couldn't touch. Every deposit, every bill, everything tied back to her. By the time she realized, she wouldn't just lose me, she'd drown in the aftermath. The night before the wedding, I disappeared. I packed only the essentials and drove until the city faded behind me. No note, no call, just absence. She woke up expecting a groom. Instead, she found silence in a mountain of financial ruin. The guests arrived at a canceled wedding. Her family bombarded her with questions she couldn't answer. She tried to reach me, calls, texts, emails. I didn't respond. But my silence wasn't the worst part. The worst part came when I sent the video, not to her, but to her parents, her maid of honor, her boss. Everyone who had seen her as perfect, polished, untouchable. The truth spread faster than she could bury it. She tried to say it was a mistake, that she was drunk, pressured, that it meant nothing. But the recording said otherwise, and so did her laughter. Her reputation burned in real time, and I didn't lift a finger. I simply let reality do its work. Weeks later, she tracked me down. She found me at a small cafe, sitting alone, calm as ever. She stormed in Mascara Street, eyes hollow, a shadow of a woman who once thought she was untouchable. "You ruined me," she spat. I looked her in the eye. "No," I said, "you ruined yourself. I just showed the world who you really are." Her voice cracked. "Why didn't you just leave? Why destroy me?" I leaned forward, steady, "Because you didn't just cheat. You humiliated me. And I don't forgive humiliation." She broke right there in the cafe, trembling, sobbing while people stared. I stood, left a few bills on the table, and walked out. Didn't look back. Didn't need to. Months later, I live in peace. No rings. No lies. No shadows behind my back. She lost her job, her friends, her respect. Last I heard, she moved out of state, trying to start over where no one knew her name. Me? I'm fine. Stronger, sharper, untouchable. They say revenge doesn't heal. Maybe that's true, but it doesn't need to heal. It just needs to balance the scales. And whenever I recall her face crumbling under the weight of her betrayal in that cafe, I know the scales are balanced. I was supposed to be her safe place. Instead, I became her reckoning. And I have zero regrets.